Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as well as what we have in front of us, the Celtic cross spread as always, and also pulled the 4 agreements and wisdom oracle card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling over to astrology as we have in front of us to get an idea of where you folks should be as far as that goes. All right, we have Mars. So Mars actually will be in Leo in December, and it'll be retrograde starting around the 5th or 6th of the month, I believe. And of course, for you guys, that's your third house communication, so definitely something to think about there. Short journeys and siblings as well. All right, we have 9. Ninth house for you guys is Aquarius, and at the time of recording this, Pluto hasn't moved back in there just yet, but it will be there all of December and for, well over a decade really. So Pluto could definitely play a role for you guys this month. And ninth house in general points to philosophy, higher learning, and foreign affairs. And we have Capricorn. So of course, as we get toward the end of December, the sun will move into Capricorn around the 21st or so. On top of that, we'll have a new moon in Capricorn right at the very end of the month. We'll have Venus in Capricorn until the end of the first week of December. I'm trying to think if anything else is going on in Capricorn. No. Well, like I mentioned, Pluto at the time of recording this hasn't officially moved out of there into Aquarius yet, but by the time we do get to December, it will be out of there. But yeah, for you guys, Capricorn energy is 8th house, which points to death, rebirth, intimacy, and investments. So we'll keep all that in mind as we go through the main spread. All right. So in the main situation position, we have the Tower. And challenging that, we have the 5 of Cups, which is the Scorpio energy. So really, for a lot of you, what I'm getting with this combination, to me, this is saying that there's something that you more than likely were supposed to release and let go already, that you haven't done so yet, and it seems like it'll just be forced out of the way for you guys. The reason why I say that is looking at the 5 of Cups makes me feel like this is a disappointment that you already went through, but for whatever reason, there's been difficulty with putting it behind you. So in that regard, the Tower might, of course, you struggle to say the Tower would be a positive, but just as far as this appears for a lot of you to be something that you were supposed to have released already. So whatever resistance there's been to that, it looks like the Tower is going to come along and clear that out for you. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 3 of Wands. So yeah, for some of you, maybe this was perhaps around the friendship or maybe the groups you were dealing with. Maybe you were expecting some apology from someone, right? Maybe you're expecting them to get the connection back on track between the two of you. But I feel like this is saying ultimately it doesn't look like that was coming. All right, in the past position, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So Capricorn energy here, which we did see with your dice as well. So yeah. Again, I just get this as a feeling that this is something that you've held on to for a long time, So, and of course, given that we're seeing the Capricorn energy in here now too, Pluto's been in Capricorn for so many years. So this could be something that could go back even as far as 15 years or so for some of you. All right. In the present position, we have the Ace of Wands. So this is a good indicator to me that says that on the one hand, you are ready for something new, right? You are ready to venture off into a different direction. So for some of you, maybe this Tower is going to hit pretty quickly, and then that'll finally clear the way for you guys. For others of you, maybe there's the desire to do something, but then maybe until that Tower hits, you're not actually likely to take action on it. But either way, looks like there is something bubbling up beneath the surface that you guys want to move toward. All right, in the near future position, we have the Hangman. So yeah, to me this says that this is something that you have been looking at, right? So again, like I said, it seems like it's something that you struggle to release, but I feel like it's just more so you've been, really just trying to figure out what the situation was meant to teach you, right? So you could just be going over it in your head over and over again and not feeling like you're necessarily getting closer to the clarity you were seeking. All right, in the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Emperor. So this is Aries energy here, and given that, like we mentioned, we will have the Mars retrograde into your third house communication. This could just be saying that this could be the energy you guys will be embodying this month. Um, which on the positive side, it can point to more confidence, right, and moving with a lot more decisiveness. But on the one hand, it could also be a little more rigid on the negative end too. But at the very least, to me, this says that you really are willing to do the work. But could just be the only caution there is to make sure you're not set on doing it only one way. All right. In the environment position, we have the Page of Swords. So for some of you, this could even just be saying that whoever this is that has been in the picture that you did want to see perhaps reconcile, right? Like I said, maybe you get things back on track. Again, I feel like it could be a friendship for a lot of you, but of course could be family, given that we're getting into the holiday season, old friends, you name it. But whatever the case may be, to me this says that maybe this is the blockage, right? It could just be saying that maybe this person picks up on the fact that you haven't let go of what happened in the past, right? So that could be actually holding them back from coming in. Energetically, they might just pick up on that. So that would be something you'd have to figure out, right? Like what's more important to you because you could just be straddling the two things, right? On the one hand, you're like, I don't want to let this go, what happened in the past. But on the other hand, you're like, but I want the person to come back in, right? So it could just be saying you might have to decide which of those two paths is more important for you. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Death card. So this is more Scorpio energy here. So yeah, to me this says that ultimately you would like to just release it, right, and be done with it. So yeah, like I said, it could just be the order of things could be a little bit backwards for you guys, right? As far as, ideally you'd get the apology first, which would allow you to let it go, right? But it looks like you're almost being asked to let go first, and then that could bring the apology in. So that could be where it's just been blocked for a while. All right. In the outcome position, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn energy here. So yeah, I do have to say for a lot of you, ultimately, this looks like this is saying that you're still not going to be ready to fully let it go just yet. So this might be something that carries over into next month. On the one hand, that's not super surprising given the astrology added into the mix, because we will have a Mercury retrograde. So again, like I said, we're adding the Mars retrograde in your house of communication. Then we're also going to have a Mercury retrograde going on in your opposite sign of relationships and partnerships. So that'll be going on from the 25th until mid-December, and then the post-shadow period after that. So yeah, could just be saying that ultimately maybe you're on one hand moving closer to getting the conclusion that you're seeking, but it looks like you're still going to want to hold on. And again, that might ultimately be what brings the Tower moment on for you, right? Where the universe is just like, all right, well, we got to get something moving here. Speaking of moving, bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is actually the court card for Sagittarius, which, like we were just saying, we will be in Sagittarius season for a few weeks in December. So yeah, this could just be saying that maybe this is, as we progress through Sagittarius season, that might finally help clear up some of these blockages and get things moving again. All right, and from the Four Agreements deck, we have Always Do Your Best. It says surrender and let go of the past. Okay, it says whatever life takes from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right now. Interesting, that message definitely seems to align with what we were seeing with the general spread, but to me, seeing that message too tells me that for a lot of you, this is something that more likely happened a while ago for a lot of you. So a lot of you, it seems more likely the Tower moment might have already happened, but you're just having to struggle letting it go, actually. And again, like I said, for others of you, might not be that, might just be saying there is something you need to release, and the Tower moment might finally be what does it. So it could play out either way, technically. From the Wisdom Oracle, we have 2 to see. There's the artwork and the number 7. Let's see what this has to say. Essential meanings says being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The Oracle's message. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. So yeah, definitely a good message there, which seems to point to what we were talking about, where maybe you need to release a little bit of rigidity around the situation. The relationship message says there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, right? And I will say, this didn't jump out as a romantic connection necessarily, but if it were that, right, if we look at the contrast in the Emperor versus the Page of Swords, right, this could just be saying for you, the key might be to be a little bit more relaxed, go with the flow a little bit more, which would make the Page of Swords energy more comfortable. Right, the prosperity message says everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake you up to your most prosperous potential. To get into that flow, you need to address your beliefs about abundance and money. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents, and abilities, and most important, your core beliefs. Everything flows from your inner world and is reflected in the outer one. When grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness, you can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. So, definitely a positive message there as well. I will say you guys do have Jupiter retrograde in your sign currently. Early in 2025, it will start to move direct again, so maybe that could have led to you guys feeling like some of the wind came out of your sails as well. And like we said, Mars retrograding house communication, Mercury retrograding opposite time. Yeah, there's definitely some energies at play that can make the month a little bit tricky. But hopefully that resonates for you guys. We'll wrap up there. Hope you guys have a good holiday season. I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.